Welcome to the homestead. Glad you're with us. Well, we've got a lot of things outdoors to do, and one of the first things I'm going to do, and probably end up doing it all day long, is separating the pallet. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have to go and replace some of the woods. So that's outside. I got to set it all up, so come on with me. Okay, it looks like I've got some tree trunks, some tree branches, I should say, leaning up against the stack of pallet that I need to open, and it's not going to be very convenient for it to be that close. So it looks like I'm going to need to move some trees. Moved all those stumps out of the way so I wouldn't trip over them or anything. But I'm going to lay out the wood right here. I'm going to lay them on tarps, which I have to run and go get those. And then I need to clear some of that tree away from the pallet that we're going to start working on. So a little bit of prep work before we get started. That is the way it is. Okay. If you're new to the channel, then you're probably not familiar with our thorn trees, because I don't know if we explained it to you, but this here is a medium-sized thorn that came off this little branch. Some of the thorns are as long as my hands, and depending on the tree they might be short. But these thorns going into your boot, into your shoe, into your foot hurts really, really bad. And certain ones, if the tip breaks off inside your skin, it gets infected. And so this is the reason why clearing them, even the ones that are on the ground, clearing everything away so you're not stepping on even this, a little tiny branch like this, is very important. And so also that's why we tenderly grab them and take them away, because if you grab them you get stab marks everywhere. And so these are called honey locust trees, and the ones with the little ones are called bodart trees. And that's primarily what's been on this property. We had hundreds of them, but we've cleared most of them down, and we just have clusters that are left, and then the ones that got dropped because when they brought in the sewer, they helped us remove some of those trees. And so that's what this is all about anyhow. So let me keep working. Well, now that was just silly of me. I walked clear around the pallets to dump it in that pile I was making, when the burn pile is just right over there, and I could have easily walked there. Did you fall down? What's unusual about this red bark tree is that the thorns are really thick. They're not just medium size long, they're thick. And this red bark tree is different than a lot of these trees around here. It's catching my eye because I'm thinking, I'm not used to a red bark tree. So I don't know what the red bark tree is, a different variety of the honey locust or what, but usually they have a gray bark and very wiry type of branches. The bodark trees are really kind of wiry, but as you can see, the difference in color maybe. Well, the red bark trees laying down towards the bottom, and the gray ones are at the top. And there, it looks like there might even be a bodart in there. So nice variety of trees laying there, but thick spikes on those. And those are pretty little branches. They get bigger and thicker in the bigger branches. So anyway, it's unusual. Stay back. Stay back. No, that's a thorn. Don't rub. Get back. Not a toy, sweetie. Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. No, not a tree. You can see on this one right here that one's got a pretty long one going there. They almost look like horns, the way they are. Super fascinating. Okay, let me show you the bodart tree thorns. See how little they are? They're spiky and they're little on the bodart trees. So that's very much a clear difference between the honey locust and the bodart is their thorns. The bodart trees are very, very hardwood strong. They make them to use to make bow and arrows out of. Well, I don't know about the arrows, but the bows for the bow and arrows. And they're native. So they also call it the Osage orange in other locations. Bodart, they call it around here. Okay, we're ready to cut open that top pallet, and hopefully there's not much damage, because if you watched me open the last pallets, which was many months ago, the sides of the plastic wrap had opened up and water funneled in, and the bottom several sheets, which you see is right here, all crumbled and breaking, soaked in water. That was a bad thing, and we had to replace those boards. But we did get these things on sale. It's been 2.5 years ago now, a long time, for $1,000 off. Today, no doubt, they would cost more, and we wouldn't have got that $1,000 off. So even if we have to spend $15 a board, it's worth the $1,000 we saved and the time frame in which we purchased them, since everything's been going up in costs lately. So I'm thinking we're still doing really well. But it's the bottom pallet that I think we're going to find the most damage. And so what we do is, I've got on the other side, I laid out those boards. I'm going to put a tarp on them. We're going to put the different variety of woods on those boards, on that tarp, to keep them safe from the weather, because it's going to take us a little while to build this cabin. We've got till Tuesday. Tuesday it's supposed to rain again, which Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We got 4 days. We can do a lot in 4 days, but we can't finish it in 4 days, but we can get a lot in 4 days. You know what I just thought about is the fact that we forgot to dump our trash, put it out to the curb 2 weeks in a row, because we usually did it after we left on Sunday, and we forgot to do it. And then this week we just totally forgot that it was trash day. So our trash can is full, and we're gonna have a lot of trash. So over the next couple of weeks, we're gonna have to incorporate all this trash. Oh well, we're gonna get used to all this stuff out here. It's just gonna take us a minute or two. Okay, the first part to dividing the wood is to get the manual, because it has a couple of pages like this that is a checkoff list of all the wood that's in these pallets. And so what I do is I go and I mark them and I count them off to make sure. And then on the wood itself, I write how many pieces are there. For example, let's say an FA has 6 pieces. Then I'd put FA times 6. We also like to measure some of the boards, because we need to make sure that they're the precise ones, because they get real close in sizes, and sometimes you can't see the lettering on the side of the board. Like the FA that I mentioned, it would be stamped on the side or the end of the board, and sometimes you just can't see it, so you have to measure. So I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I got to thinking that I need to start with laying out where I'm gonna put the wood. So I'm gonna start here. Okay, that'll work for now.